Remax Che in Simcoe County, one of our plan was, May, you merge, there was only about 5 months left in the year because from mid-November, almost Christmas holiday, and then the first 5 months was quite busy trying to basically support Mark and Corey with all the tools and everything that we had in our arsenal to support the Remax Hallmark Che roster in Barrie and Simcoe County. And we were hoping more engagement in 2020 to be their more physical presence, but damn COVID happened, as Colin just put it this morning. And we've been on a Zoom for the last 7 months through the training, through the market reports. And now sort of, I guess the market is, or maybe we are more in control of the what's happening out there. So we're going to go back to the normal routine of basically focusing on every region with the nuances and with the needs that every region needs. So that's from me.
Yeah, I'm going to echo that as well with Steve and Deborah here. Really, I'm in Ottawa right now. Deb and I are in Ottawa, and we're very clear, very excited about the uniqueness of each place that we have the privilege of working in. And I know that Remax Hallmark Che is a unique company, and it's proudly unique and different. And it's not Toronto, it's not Ottawa, it's not Durham or whatever it is. It's Barrie, Simcoe County. And we look at our job and our performance as being, how can we support the direction that Remax Hallmark Che is going in? What the best uniqueness of that brand up there? And so we've been, again, COVID, as Steve said, kind of set us back a bit and had us to regroup. But really, it's about providing anything that we believe that people reach out to us that they want. One of the things that we've been working really hard on with Barb Brindle is the training programs and the execution of how can we make the job of building your business better, uniquely for Barrie and Simcoe County. So one of the things I want to stress today is that we clearly understand the uniqueness of what's going on in Barrie and Simcoe County, and how we want to accelerate that and have it grow into a stronger uniqueness of it. So we're really, really keen on that. There are a lot of things we do. We have, one of the things that we want to do is we want to continue with our Hallmark Giving Foundation is supporting Barrie and Simcoe County region directly on that, what's needed there. And we've reached out a couple of times. We haven't had really anybody that's come back to us strongly and saying that we should donate X amount of dollars to this, but we're really keen on doing that. So training, the community is really good for us. Getting out of the way is important for us as a leadership group. We're not setting the direction for anybody. We're really supporting it, growing it, and making sure that the tools that you guys need, the network that's set up, the inter-regional referrals are there for you, the training's there for you, and certainly the leadership's there for you. So that's my 2 cents along with Steve's. And Deb, what do you want to?
Well, I'd just like to say that I want to thank Paula Carney and David Brown for the contributions that they've made over the past few months. You know, both of them started just prior to COVID happening, and so they got thrown into this virtual world, as we all have, and I think that they've done an outstanding job in supporting Mark and Corey. And thank Barb for all of the leadership that she's shown on the training, and hope that you've had an opportunity to take advantage of it. And if there's anything that you think we've missed or something that you'd like us to put together, please let us know. And it's really, you know, the first year that we were there, you know, we got to have a Christmas party. We got to have, you know, a baseball tournament and bowling and different things. And, you know, we've missed all that this year, and we haven't been able to get together. So I look forward to, you know, hopefully in 2021, being able to resume some of our social activities so that we can get together.
Yeah, the baseball tournament was canceled last week, right?
No, the golf.
The golf tournament.
Golf.
Yeah, the golf tournament was canceled.
Golf
Yeah,
was canceled.
that's
Yeah.
But hopefully, when we get a better handle on that, I put something out last week on behalf of all of us about open houses. And I think the clarity I want to offer about that is that as a group of individuals and agents, as independent contractors, and our job as a company and with you guys is to make sure that we protect as best we can all the realtors that work for us, all the staff that we have, and our communities that we work in to make sure that we're looked after. So we will continue to put out there strong recommendations on how you should do your work based on your peers, yourself, the community, and our industry. I don't know, and you might have other feelings on this, but I think it's our job to make sure that we are strict in how we do our business that way to protect each other. I don't want somebody going out there and being reckless and impacting every one of you out there. So we're trying to be diligent about that. We're not overbearing. We hope we're not. If we are, let us know, which I know you will. But our job, we believe our job is to really to protect everybody. Everybody is ourself, our communities, our peers, our agents, our staff, everybody. So that will be changing. I think the numbers are picking up now, so we'll be watching that very closely. And we're listening to a lot of people and move forward with what we have to do with COVID, because we're not out of it yet. So, but we're really optimistic on how we're doing things.
Yeah, and echoing what Ken and Deborah said, we got to remember maybe the lack of opportunity to knowing the leadership more. We are always been an agent-driven company. So we would really welcome your feedback about the training, about the tools, about the coaching, about what do you think is needed in your region so we can research it and we can implement it. I can share with you through several feedback from different regions, including Barrie and Simcoe County. We are in a process of launching new tools, new website for our agents that up to them if they want to adopt it, this new website company that we've been working for the last 7 months, provide an outstanding platform of the resources and services such as instant market evaluation, such as instant market report based on the area and the neighborhood that you're working. And you can share the link of your website with your client. It does also, if you're a listing agent, provide an instant marketing material, social media formatted. We had a presentation about a couple of weeks ago for the entire leadership team. Yeah, Dave and Mark and Corey and Paula, they were there. And I think everybody was very pleased with that. So that's one of the new tools that we will share with you guys. So it's up to you. You can research them. You can use it if you want to adopt with the new system. And always we go from the angle of our size of the company in terms of the negotiating to the best in terms of the pricing for our agents. So we always aim at the larger scale. One thing else that I have noticed, because I do a lot of market report for the company, I've noticed I'm actually just finishing the touches for the market report for different region. And it's interesting, Simcoe County, it's sitting at the top of the GTA municipalities that basically in terms of unprecedented the price category right now. Innisfil and Essa are the two neighborhoods that are really sitting on the top, and they're establishing the new price ranges. And the reason is because a lot of people from the Toronto or GTA are moving to the suburb. And I think the networking, one thing that I can really like to emphasize, I think many of you should be on the Hallmark. Many of you are, but not, I haven't seen a large scale of the Barrie and Simcoe County agent or the Toronto or Ottawa's networking website. A lot of referrals is happening. And I'm sure you don't want to miss the referral from the Toronto, somebody going to the Simcoe County. So if you're not there, please join on that Facebook group. So, or send a request. Shant will add you immediately.
Yeah. I want to talk a bit about Sky Slope, Steve.
Go ahead.
So we've introduced Sky Slope last month or so, and the reason why we introduced Sky Slope is it is 2020, as Trudeau once said. We have to be as paperless as we can be in case of downtimes, in case of crises, and be more efficient for everybody. We've researched that. Steve and his team have researched this very strongly, and SkySlope is the best service to be offered out there for agents and for a company. And one of the misconceptions I think that's I want to speak about is that we're not offloading our work at the company at administration to agents. We are actually trying to do it better in the sense that we can be more efficient with it, keep you more aware of what's going on, provide you better services. As an example, you won't need, Steve can speak better on this than I can. You don't need Dropbox anymore, which is a $240 a year savings for you. But there's a lot of different things that SkySlope offers that's very unique, that's very efficient for you. I think as you get into this more and more, you'll find it very effective. Steve, do you have anything?
Yeah, so you see, for years we were hoping boards, different board, Treb, Ottawa, Barrie, Simcoe County, we were hoping for the dues and the fees that we are paying our boards basically start adopting the tech platforms and making the business and a daily business of your business easier. But unfortunately, I guess this is not a platform to talk about the politics of the boards. It didn't happen. As you notice, recently the boards are amalgamating. Vidar is one of those that is basically adopting the new metrics tool. But one thing it is missing in our industry for years, and it's shocking, one simple platform that basically, once you want to do your offer, from your offer all the way to basically reporting it to your deal secretary, that you can access it. And after extensive research, almost for a year, we discovered the SkySlope, because the SkySlope actually has made a contract with the CREA, which is the gatekeeper for the forms. And then basically, as of next year, you can actually upload automatically your web form into the SkySlope. So that was one aspect, the seamless of the platform that you basically can access it. Secondly, we noticed many of our agents, they use a different platform. One, they use a Dropbox for a storage, one they use a DocuSign for a signature. And our focus was from the agent point of view, not from the brokerage point of view. What system is out there that is easy to learn and also can have the unlimited storage, signature app, plus also SkySlope as also it's called signature tracker. Basically, sometimes when you email a co-op agent or somebody else, you can actually see when they receive it, when they opened it, how many times they opened it. And also ultimately a company that basically going to build a relationship with a multiple board, receive the API, what they call it, so they can basically upload the documents automatically. And a SkySlope maybe is not 100% bulletproof system, but it came on the top of the list. And that was the whole purpose. Otherwise, not only we have increased the number of our staff, not even decreased, because every change, every process required to basically making sure that you are supported fully. And one of the addition that we did to the system was Sunny, that was introduced about 2 weeks ago. And Sunny is basically the hands-on training and support you through the whole process, as many hours that you need. And frankly, Colleen, I'm not sure if she's on this call or not, but Colleen was the spear leader of the Barrie and Simcoe County, and she loved it because the communication is a lot easier, the full transparency. You guys can see exactly where is your status of your trade, and when is the money comes, when is the money goes, what is missing, what is not missing. And we are hoping that basically makes everyone life easier, particularly for the agents.
Yeah, it's important stuff. What else are we doing?
Anybody else? Anybody has any question? If you want to,
question,
go ahead.
Okay, so it's Mark here. Am I allowed to put my video on?
Sure, go ahead. Put your video. Anybody wants to put their video on, put it on.
So,
morning, Mark.
Morning. And first of all, thank you guys, because I know you're busy. And I want to just chime in here and say something that's really on my mind. And we're kind of talking to the choir here right now. There's 44 people on this call. The people that are on this call, you guys are engaged in your business and you care about what's going on, and you're trying to learn and stay connected. And I applaud you for that. So, way to go, keep coming. And what the point I want to get, in case this is being recorded, and if we get it out to everybody, is that I really want to know how people are feeling. And maybe you can help us out here this morning, because this is important stuff. So in our little world, or, I'll say mine, but, there are a group of our people. The primary goal for everybody on this call, especially the three people, Barbara, Ken, and Steve, is to help you in your business. That is their primary objective, to help you in your business. And one of the challenges we've seen with COVID is separation. You can't see people every day, and you can't get this feeling like we've, always had historically. And so it's easy to sort of isolate or drift, or, feel alone, or, let's call a spade a spade. There's some people that aren't loving sky slope, and there's a whole bunch that do. And so we need to make sure that that communication is as simple as an email or a text, and just say, hey, here's what I'm going through, because it's been challenging for some of you. And so this is a real attempt to say, we are here. And if you need to talk about anything in your business, you have the best, and I'm sorry I'm pumping everybody's tires here, but I think you have the best team of advisors, if I may. And I'm sorry if I sound boastful, but been around, a while. And these guys know their stuff, and everybody has their strengths, and our strengths within. But please know that, and pass the word to lean into this if you're feeling in any way. So, there's been some admin changes, and, do we need to try to streamline or address things? Just bring those comments to us so that we can deal with them, because everybody's primary goal is to help you in your business. So sorry if that sounds redundant to everybody on the call, but those that might not be watching, I wanted to say that, and I also wanted to just open it up to please tell us how you feel right now. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling challenged? Are you feeling how are you feeling right now as you sit here? And I don't want to, call people out, but if you're sitting there, I really want to hear your thoughts. Say, oh, I'm good. Things are going great. The market's amazing. I've made lots of money. Love it. If you're feeling other ways, or you're looking for things that should be holes in the lineup, this is what this call is about. So is that fair?
Let us know. Let us know.
Who can share a thought with us on that? Just good or bad? Try to unmute and throw a thought or two at us, will you?
I will, if anyone wants to listen.
Go ahead, Stacey.
Perfect. I'll get off video, but Stacey, please go. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. And I just want to say, the market has been very favorable to, I think, most of us. I am absolutely loving the SkySlope platform. It just seems like so well organized, and at a quick glance, I can look in and see what I need to nag my buyers or sellers for, an ID, or if I forgot, to split a document or something. I think it's really great. I think it's helping me be probably the best organized I've ever been in a market that has been the busiest that I've ever experienced in a 15-year career. So thank you for the leadership. And, I'm also loving the Zoom meetings. It would be really nice to see everyone in person again, but I'm finding that the Zoom meetings are just so easy to attend. There's no commuting. Not all of you know a lot about my life, but I kind of float between two homes, and distance and traveling I spend a lot of time in a car. So I love just not missing anything, because the technology is allowing for that now.
Great.
So
Great.
That's that. Have a good
Thank
day,
you,
everyone.
Stacey.
I believe Sogol has something to say. Sogol, turn your microphone on and go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Great. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to also emphasize on what Mark brought up. I think it's very important. Most of the agents I've gotten to know during my 18 years of being in the industry were not introverts, and were social. And this pandemic has taken a toll on so many of us in that way as well, that we cannot be together, we cannot get together the way that we did. So it is important to check on each other, make sure that you're okay. And just like Mark said, just a simple question, how are you feeling, kind of thing. And I'm here if anyone wants to call. I'd love to hear from every single one of you. And yes.
Let them know your strengths. What do you?
I'm sorry?
Let them know your strengths. What are you really good at? You're good at a lot of things, I know. But what do you really focus on a lot of? Tell us about that.
As a person, or at my job?
Business, in your business.
Business. I love the pre-con sector development. I have made a lot of great connections, and I have a strong network when it comes to getting condos in the GTA, from boutique size to high rises. And I'm trying to bring that to our wonderful brokerage for our agents so that they can get full credit, get the condos, get these condos under their own names at full commission,
Yeah,
instead of having to cooperate with others.
yeah.
So
And you're not selling real estate, you're helping agents out in their business. Is what you're doing
absolutely. No,
with the
I'm, yes,
leadership group.
correct.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
let me add something more about Sogol. Maybe we should have gave it an introduction.
Yeah.
My apologies, Sogol. So
No.
Sogol has joined us almost about a month now. And her primary goal, we try always to focus on the unique abilities that each individual bring to the leadership team. So Sogol specialty is helping you if you want to go get a listing from a developer. If in Simcoe County now, there are so many smaller sites, so many development sites are happening, and that's where her expertise is. She will gladly sit with you, meet with your developer if you want to get a big site. Or if also you have investor that from maybe GTA want to invest in Simcoe County and you want to do a presentation about the investment, that's your person. So Sogol will show you how to do it, what to present, what to say, what not to say. So please reach out to her. And it's interestingly that she said, I'm watching what Sogol is doing in the last 5 weeks. I noticed the agent that they were not even at all doing any pre-construction. Now, because they see they have a support, and they're reaching out to her. They say, okay, show me how to do it. I know an agent in Bayview Village that hasn't done pre-construction probably for 30 years, and now suddenly is interested to do a pre-construction. So that's an untapped territory that you can basically
And we're just sending the
do it.
contact information out to Simcoe
Yeah.
as well.
Absolutely, thank you. And
Thank you,
also
Sylvia.
with, just as a last comment, with Barb's help, we're hoping to put a 5-session course together for our agents who have never sold pre-construction before, so that they learn all the steps and they can hopefully have some extra income, and you know, we take their business further. So hopefully we'll announce that sometime
Yeah.
soon.
Thank you.
So Mark asked a question. I read some people are curious about the market prediction. I will do next week, hopefully, one additional session only for Barrie and Simcoe County, because as we said, every market is different. Sometimes we do a general presentation for Ontario, but I think it makes more sense that we do localized or regional presentation. What I'm noticing, so in the GTA, the condo market, it's really right now in a confused territory. We have about 45% increase in the rental vacancy. So it's very normal reaction. You got 45% increase on the rental vacancy, which is almost about 7,000 condos in 2 districts in the Toronto, CO1 and CO8. So what happened, the investors are now at the point of, some are panicking, some are holding their guards and just saying, no, I'm not selling lower than this price. But the consensus is this crisis is a short-lived crisis. People saying to me, hey, Steve, you keep repeating this, is already almost 2020 is over. But consider this, if the vaccine shows up, which I still believe it will show up, right, probably a week before the US election or a week after the US election, Trump has it in his pocket, and he's probably going to use it as his last card. So it will show up sometimes between November and February. So even if it show up during that period, you need at least about 6 to 8 months for distribution and reaching out to everybody. So it will bring us to the fall of 2021. So the condo market will be weak. And it will have the same ripple effect in your region too, because people are saying, when I can buy a townhouse, when I can buy a detached for $500,000, why should I pay a condo for $350,000 even in Barrie or Simcoe County? This weekend, I was at the Friday Harbor. Nothing to put them down, but take a look at how many listings are on MLS. It was a nice hype. People bought it, but now they're saying, is it really what I want for those high prices? No. So, but at the same time, then you take a look at people are really considering rent versus owning. And there is a study has been done, which I read it this morning. In Toronto, it takes 90% of the neighborhood 21 years. If you compare it to the rent, you pay your mortgage because of the price point. So if you move now to Simcoe County or Durham, it takes 10 to 16 years. So you are suddenly dropping it by almost 10 years. So naturally, it makes sense. I should buy up there. And younger generation are buying up there. Baby boomer are cashing out, buying up there. So my prediction about your market is going to be healthy and steady. And people, when they see, oh my God, the prices are dropping 5% or 10%, put it into the perspective of the last 10 years average. If last 10 years average, every year we had 5 or 10% increase, and now we suddenly are retracting 7 or 10%. When we take it back to the last 10 years, we're actually still in a positive gain. So we're not losing anything. So don't panic. Oh my God, the market. I honest to God, personally, I want the market be more stable. I don't like this multiple offers. I don't like this madness. That's what's happening. And in Toronto now, the multiple offers are happening, but not 10 more offers. We have 2 offers. We have 3 offers. So that's another proof of the pent-up demand that was really in a bottleneck. The only area that may hurt us, we won't go to the second lockdown phase. They can't afford to do that. And the reason we won't go through the second lockdown phase, because now they got a better hand of controlling it. So talking about the COVID, as of this morning, there are 12,700 cases in Canada. 99% of them, they call them mild symptoms. 1%, which is 96 patients in entire Canada, are in intensive care. So they got so why the 12,000 are a mild cases? They talk about the hurting the community. The virus, it is within the community. When you see the rate yesterday gone to 700, 341 of them is because of the result of the test. In April, we did 12,000 tests. We had 500 cases. Yesterday, we had 41,000 tests and we had 700 cases. So the increase in the cases, it does not mean that basically, oh my God, the virus is going out of the control. And the increase in the tests, because when they send your child now home because has a runny nose, and we all been parents, runny nose is a normal when the kids go to school, and then now they are forcing the parents, they got to do the test. So the parents might be symptomatic to it, but they don't show any symptoms. And one of the other real proof, my last comment is, we had 4 cases in the last 3 weeks within the Hallmark, within different regions. We made a phone call every day to those people. Not even one had a serious symptoms. Majority of them, they just said, you know what, Steve, it feels like a cold. That's it. Yeah. So don't panic, but don't let your guard down. That doesn't mean you're going to drop your guard and you're going to go party and everything. This weekend, beside the Friday Harbor, I was at the area that David Brown is, Blue Mountain. I could not believe the Blue Mountain. It was crazy. I mean, crazy. that was absolutely not acceptable. Yeah. The restaurants,
it's amazing.
Yeah. So I wouldn't worry about your market. Your market is resilient. Your market is going to do well.
We had to close the Saga Beach this weekend. I don't know if you heard that. If that
yes, I was there.
Yeah, nuts.
Car show. Yeah, I want to talk a bit about, Steve, piggyback a bit on what you just said, but I want to talk about the work we have now in front of us and the opportunities we have as individual agents and as a company to actually sharpen our saw, to actually get better at what we're doing, kind of leap into new business ideas, new strategies, new things to do, and not to drop. This is not the time to drop your guard and get complacent with your work. It's the time now to start business planning for the spring market. setting up new opportunities, setting up new ways to do business, setting up new ways to be out there. So we will be pushing along to you a lot of different opportunities to help you get better at what you're doing, to help you basically, as the expression is, sharpen your saw in the work you're doing right now. So watch for that. We need to keep building on what we're doing, getting our practices better, being better service orientated as well as a company, as individual agents. So Barb will be putting on some great classes. All of us will be partaking in that. So our commitment is to really help you grow your business as we move forward in the fall. So watch for that.
If you're a new agent, Barb and her team have put together some awesome programs to help you progress, you know, from being a new agent to getting up and running and doing business.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
Participate.
Jane has a recommendation. Jane, great idea. Definitely will put a list out. Those individuals that they can help with their specialties. Excellent idea. We will put it on the hub. We will actually do an email with everybody's contact information and their unique abilities that they can offer your business. Another thing about the coaching that we are doing, Barb and her team are doing, we are in discussion with a few great coaches, and how can we bring them to the Hallmark with we like the idea of the accountability. So we bring the coaches and they make sure their students are accountable. So the rewards is done based on the production and the growth, rather than you just basically you commit to upfront fees with a coach. No, we want to see the result. So we will share with you later on. But that's another area that we are working to make sure that your business grows in every avenue.
Yeah, very important.
Can I jump in and just make a general comment, if you don't mind?
Hey, Corey.
Hi. Here's something that some of you haven't lived through yet, because you haven't been in the market for maybe as long as Ken and Deborah and Steve and Mark and I guess, and Barbara. There's a few trainers that will say that there's nothing like a good crisis. And the reason why is that in a crisis, the human tendency is to, turtle and stay status quo and don't do anything, just, cross your fingers and hope for the best. And the winners in a down economy or a COVID crisis or anything that affects the market, the winners are the ones that don't do that. They work on building themselves behind the scenes so that when the crisis is over or dissipated, they are able to slingshot out of whatever situation they're in, and they dominate the market. So I personally have not seen one other brokerage in this country, never mind the province. I haven't seen one other brokerage that is moving forward. Most are just status quo, batten down the hatches, hope for the best. Not here. This is the reason for the training and the encouragement and the services that have been added on. And I've heard, why Sky Slope, why now? Well, this is the best time to get you guys further ahead of the crowd. Yeah. I mean, we've always, Hallmark's above the crowd. Well, this is why you put these things in place, and yeah, it's something new, but that's the nature of this industry. My God, this industry, if you think that it's ever going to be status quo, it is not. And if you want it to be, well, then that means that you're nearing retirement, because you really need to embrace change. And it's hard. Right. Humans don't like change. I get it. But change is what makes us so powerful, and the willingness to embrace the change. So I wanted to give that overview.
Well, much better than the way I said it. Thank you.
Beside the training or business, please feel free. If you really want to have a one-on-one discussion, and this maybe is not a platform for it, give us a call. Yeah, the change maybe is difficult. I agree with Corey. The change is difficult. Some people adapt to it very fast. March 17 came. And I felt like a bullet train is going through my
It was
brain.
great.
I just say
Great
the
job,
business
Steve.
is this and that. And I'm telling you, I'm going to confess in this call. I am saying on behalf of the Ken, we all three sat in a room. We said, this is the way we're going to go out. And this is it. That was his exact word. This
Exactly
is the
what
way
we
we're going to
said,
go
yeah.
out. And
Yeah.
then the next morning we woke up, we said, you know what? Hell to it. We're going to
We're not
fight
gonna go ahead.
till the last minute.
Yeah.
And if we have to go out, at least we go out with, we know we did everything that we could do.
Yeah.
So you guys want a private talk? My cell phone number, I don't know if you have it, 416-561-9111. Remember 911. So I'm the 911 guy, okay?
So I'll give you my cell number.
9111.
My
Call
cell
me.
number.
I'll be more than happy to chat with you.
Yeah.
But in advance, I tell you, when I talk to you, I tell you the truth. I won't sugarcoat it. Mark knows that.
Yeah.
And I love the Mark and Corey. They've been awesome through this merger and through this partnership. They think about you guys every day, every minute.
Every day.
Yeah. So
So my cell phone is 416-565-4572. And really, you know, I'm the, what do you call me, Deb?
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. But I am actually, I've been through this for 40 years. I've seen pretty well everything. I think one of the things that everybody in our leadership group can attest to is that we've been there. We've built this thing from nothing, from the bottom. We've started from nothing. We know we're all real estate agents. We're all this stuff. We know the stuff you're going through. And we can share some of the ideas that we have, that we've been through, and the problem solving things that we've done. And without a doubt, we are optimists. We know what it takes to build this thing and to grow it. So, and to help you grow your business. And reach out anytime you want. It's we're there for you. And Deb just put herself up there as well.
Yeah.
anybody want a question? Come on, guys. Don't be shy.
Sorry, Steve. I'm just going to jump in quickly.
Go ahead.
For everybody, Steve gave his number. Ken gave his number. If you guys pay attention to the emails, like the newsletter that comes out, all the leadership team's emails and phone numbers are all there. Okay, so if you're not getting that, the driven newsletter, let your managers know, or email me at shant@remaxhallmark.com, and I'll see why you're not getting it, because I know most of you have unsubscribed to the list, so you're not getting that info and even company memos as well. Also, going to the Facebook groups for GTA and Ottawa.
Yeah, it's big.
Send me an email, but in that email, I need to know what your email address is that you log on to Facebook with, so I can invite you to that group. Or if Mark or David, Paula or Corey, if you're friends with them on Facebook and they're already part of those groups, they can invite you to that group as well. All right. So if you have any questions, like Steve and Ken said, I'm always here to help all you guys out as well. All right.
Good for Shant. Thanks, buddy.
And
Move your finger, Shant. Well,
Anybody else? Any other question that you have, you want to ask?
I want to say something. You know what Steve mentioned, I think, was it March 17th or 21st, Steve?
March 17th. March 17th.
And we did sit down in this room and we thought, we've been through 40 years of things, and we've never been through a pandemic. And so the actual fact was, we said, is this the way we're going to go out? Because we didn't know, straight up. And the next day we met again and we said, no, we're not going to go out this way. We're going to go down and we're going to fight this thing and do what we can. And we did. But I want to tell you that clearly, without Steve Trebrizi, this would have been a totally different outcome. He took this thing by the collar. He ran with it. He took leadership on this. He's our chief operations officer. And he's not just that, he's a true leader. And he is the reason that we figured this thing out as quick as we did. We worked through it. We didn't panic. And we're actually starting to grow this thing to really focus on what we're doing is to build your business. So I want you to be aware of what he did behind the scenes. To watch what he did. I mean, Deborah, you can attest to that. Was incredible how he stood up, how he did things. And I know we're a team, Steve. I know that, but the truth is that you actually led this whole thing, and I want to congratulate you on it. We're still doing it, by the way, but thanks, buddy. There you go.
I like to hear some question. Come on, guys. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
No questions?
I called out Ross Harris because he's always working like a top and is involved in everything from soup to nuts, and has been here, what, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. I'm kind of curious what your take is. I'm not looking for a commercial, but are you good? Or are you finding the business is challenging, fine? You know, what are your thoughts? We haven't, you haven't had a chance to share much of that with the group yet.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Yeah, so first off, Sky Slope, it's amazing. As a more of an individual team, it's my wife and I. It's very hectic, very busy. And that Sky Slope is incredible for the fact, once you understand it, once you get it down, it's such a checklist for someone that doesn't maybe have an admin person, or if we wanted to add an admin person, what a great system to be able to know what's going on while you're outside of the office. Because that's always been probably a bit of a control freak that way for myself, because paperwork to me is the most important thing. So that part of it, I think that Sky Slope, I think once people understand it a little better and keep using it, it really is a major tool to the business, especially for people that say do 40 to 60 deals a year and they maybe just need an admin part-time or something along those lines. So I think it's incredible. With the real estate market, yeah, I don't like the multiple offers. I love having listings. Like tonight, I'm probably going to have 10 or 15 on one of the properties we have listed. But it's not fun in the respect of, when you have buyers with, no home inspections and this and that. So it's a nerve-wracking business, because you really are looking out for your client's best interest. And some cases you can't really, I've done it before where I actually hire a home inspector to drive around with me for the day. And then as we go and view properties, they just do a very basic, but at least they'll pop their head up in the attic and all that kind of stuff. I did it back in 2017 and it worked actually really good. So at least, like I said, they had a better idea of what was going on there. So yeah, I find a lot of the $1 million+ properties are getting stupid money. So like you were, I don't remember who the lady was that was speaking earlier, had said about developers and all that, like people with money out there right now. So they got to park it and move it around. So that's a different, interesting market. But yeah, you know what? You just kind of revamp your business, and that's all you do. It's like they were saying, instead of, sucking your thumb in the fetal position, you move forward and you try to think of things that are going to help you grow. So when everything does go back to what the new normal is going to be, you're already off to the races.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ross, because that makes me think of too, like all the content that's been put out. Everybody's been so bloody busy this summer for the most part. So when, if we do get our typical, winter slowdown, it's to some capacity, you're seeing assignment sales in our area now. We never used to see much of that. So there's a course on that. It's like there's a presentation on that. If you look in that e-learning center, just when you get slow, like Corey says, whatever, you can brush up on your game, like Ken says. So just keep that stuff in mind. We'll keep reminding you, but season's coming. So, think about what you want to learn, and there'll be lots of it, obviously, with Barb at the helm.
Is everybody comfortable with what's on the hub? Where to find things, how to use them? Certainly, I know that Sam just did a class on that. It's probably recorded, but there's a lot of really great things on there that you can utilize in your business.
Yeah. Hey, Barb, are you there?
Yep. She's there.
There's a question. Maybe you can address it on the group chat. Tweets, how to advertise.
Non-registered, how to advertise without compromising our clients and the tenant. To know there's a second speaker. Yeah, it's very tricky. The best you can do there is to just put on MLS that there's a second kitchen, and you can put the room dimensions and so on in there. But if you get too assertive with Advertising second suites, what it does is it generates an inspection from the city of Barrie, which has happened to me personally before when I was practicing real estate in Barrie. So you have to be, it's a fine line, because once that inspection takes place, then, you know, we've created problems for our client.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Bart.
Another topic that is really hot out there is incorporation. So Dave Brown actually is researching a lot on that, and our in-house general counsel with the CREA and with the two top accounting firm, Fuller and Lander and M&P, are trying to put together a document that showcase the personal incorporation, the way that now the legislation, I mean, it has become it has passed, but it has to become a law. And we are not sure how RICO going to make the changes. We are predicting how RICO make the changes, but stay tuned on that. But the most important thing, don't get excited about this incorporation. The number one question that you should ask yourself, what is your lifestyle on an annual basis cost you? And if you can make a saving in that general account of the corporation, $50,000 and up, then it's suited for you. Yeah. Otherwise, if you're, let's say you're making 200,000 and your lifestyle is 200,000 or 180, don't waste your time. Don't waste anything, because there is no benefit for you at all. But just stay tuned. We don't like to comment on stuff that we really is not our areas. We hire professionals, we pay them, and we make sure that they come up with the proper solution and proper comparison. So in about a few weeks, we should have a chart for you, existing model of the sub-franchise incorporation versus what is the provincial government is recommending.
And I don't think they know yet, do they, Steve? RICO doesn't know, or nobody really knows yet. So we're trying to figure that out as we go. And we have a great team in place to do that, as Steve said.
Yeah. Well, and Steve reminded me very, very appropriately that, you know, just because the bill passes doesn't mean we're ready to go. And that's the piece I missed in the first part, was that early October we're hoping for. I'm sure the legislature's behind, but then RICO's got to have its way with it. And there's an awful lot that is going to go through RICO in terms of restrictions, in terms of how we advertise. And a lot of the things that are promised by the accountants may not materialize from the, certainly the tax deferral will, and the reason that they're doing it will, but we will definitely have challenges to accommodate some of the things that are being promised just based on RICO regulations.
Well said.
I see Michelle Plowright and Crystal Graham on the call, and I haven't heard their voices for a while. Be nice if you just want to say hello. I'm just randomly seeing people I haven't talked to.
Picking on people, aren't you, Mark?
Come on down.
I'll get out of the way now. Muting again.
Go sitting at the back of the bus, Mark. That's the way we roll, buddy.
Anybody else? Anything you want to know? Any challenges with your market? Anything you like? Hub, talking about the hub, we are making it a searchable platform. John there is on this call. John there, by the way, is one of our broker manager in GTA, but also he is the head of our technology team. So John there is working with his team to make the hub also a searchable platform.
What's that mean, Steve?
Easier for you guys.
What's that mean?
Means basically, instead of you scroll up and down, it's so much information now. You just basically type, okay, what about the, I mean, every night we get some calls. What about the barb clause? This clause from the barb, that clause. And you know, it's so much
type it in. Yeah.
So hopefully we make it searchable. We make it easier for everyone. But if you need something, if you believe that we should have a section in a hub just dedicated to the Simcoe County and Barrie, let us know. We built a section for that. You know, this way, if it makes it easier for you guys.
Yeah. I guess that's it, eh?
Yeah.
Barb clauses. Yeah, Barb. Every night I get a call about your clauses. I said, which clause you're talking about? So now I saved them somewhere, all of them.
How
So
lucky we are to have Barb.
Yeah, the best.
another service that we have, I don't know if you know about it. I'm sure we reminded you. We have an in-house lawyer that works with Remax Hallmark for all your board and RICO's issues. So if you get a letter from your board, from the RICO about some violation, or they accuse you of something, please connect with us. We direct you to this individual. She will look at your file. She draft everything. She put it on the letterhead of their law firm. And we experienced that when RICO receive it from our lawyer rather than your response, their attitude is totally different.
Yeah, and that's part of our deal, Steve, that up to actually drawn out litigation, it's all part of the network that we have these in-house lawyers that will represent you to the initial response on everything. And usually most of them are actually handled in that course. They tend to not to accelerate to a bigger thing. And it's good to have the people we have in our company to do that. And it's important.
Yeah, don't respond yourself, because sometimes your statement doesn't look good.
Yeah, most times.
And be careful also when you reply back, don't reply back all. So we had some incident last week. We were just all laughing. Don't reply back all. Okay, read your emails. Okay, well, I guess nobody has any question. Mark, anything you want to add? Corey,
just,
Mark?
I think great information, and I think most people tune in just to have a point of connection and see what's going on with everybody else and what the company's doing. So I hope everybody feels updated and confident, and you know, the supportive ship is moving strongly behind you. So
yeah,
grab a wakeboard or step on
And,
the bow,
we will
wherever you
be
want to
up
be, but you just keep coming on, keep communicating. Like, this is going to be, you know, in all seriousness, like we're not going to be back to normal for quite a while. So I just keep saying that, but embrace it.
Sure.
And know that there's real people still here that are all doing our thing. So, you know, keep knowing that, and keep reaching out whenever you need a hand with anything. And there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes that will get us better prepared than ever to come out of this thing. And you'll be ahead of the pack. We didn't talk about competing brokerages or competing brands, but like Corey said, I know there's a lot of pain out there, and you're not maybe necessarily seeing it, but you know, I'm going to say we're in a pretty good spot with this situation, and we'll see where the dust flies with some of these other folks. But
yeah, we're built for the long haul, as Mark is alluding to. We're not going away. We've been through a lot of different things in our careers, and we're focused on building this Remax Hallmark Che brand in Barrie and Simcoe, and getting behind it and supporting it. And as I said before, sharpening our saw and helping you grow your business. And that's what we focus on. That's when we have our meetings. We talk about what can we do to make your business better. Okay, and that's what everything we do is based on that. So we hope to be in Barrie if COVID allows. People are in offices a bit more to see people and connect with people, but that will be dictated by the health of everybody out there. So stay safe, look after yourselves, and look after your clients and your communities as well.
Thanks a lot for organizing this, you guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Be well.
Bye, guys.
See you.